Kozzy, you've officially signed the dotted line.
Yep.
Extended for another 7 years, which will bring you to 2034, which is crazy to think about, even saying that number.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Talk to us how you're feeling.
It's all pretty surreal, you know. Hasn't really sunk in that I'll be in Melbourne for the next 9 years. Yeah, it's crazy to think that you know, someone from quoting would like not much as a little kid growing up. They'll be in the AFL for so long. Yeah, it's just crazy at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been a whirlwind. There's been so much talk about it, which you seem like a pretty chill guy, so I can't imagine it affects you much. But how have you found trying to drown out that noise?
Well, yeah, as you said, I'm pretty chilled. Like, I don't really take notice to what goes on in the media. I just like to stick to myself, my family. You know, that's just really all I do, to be honest.
And was there anything that pushed you over the edge in the end that made you really want to stay in Melbourne?
I think it's just the club in general. They've looked after me for so long already, and yeah, they've made me feel at home, made me feel so comfortable here. They've looked after my little one, Aru as well. Even when my family comes across, they always look after them, always making them feel comfortable when we go to WA as well, in the change rooms and everything. They've done a lot for myself, my family.
We obviously love having you. You're an absolute star. You've been playing some of your best footy at the moment as well. What is it, do you think, that's pushing you to that next edge? Somehow you just keep getting better.
I think it just comes back to my preparation and belief, you know. I believe this group can go a long way. Yeah, I put a lot of faith in the guys around me, the coaching staff. They've trusted me in the off-season to come back. You know, they've sent me some goals that they wanted me to do, and yeah, I've been able to, you know, take the next step, come back a lot more prepared for pre-season. Yeah, it all comes back to preparation.
As you said, you've probably set some goals, and I'm sure one of them is that midfield time. How have you been enjoying your time in the midfield? Yeah,
it's been good. A lot more fun. I get to be around the ball a lot more, get more touches. Yeah, it's good to, you know, mix in with the midfield group, Maxi, Track, Claz, Vin, all of those boys. I've been leaning on them a lot, just to, you know, the way they go about stuff in the midfield. Yeah, it's been fun.
You mentioned the faith that you have in the future of the footy club. Obviously, it's a big faith because you're going to be here for the next 9 years.
Yep.
What is it about the group that you have the faith in?
I feel like we're a pretty tight bunch. You know, we're all competitors. We all love to win. We just feel like the next guys coming up, like the boys all younger than me, they're all going to be stars. And you know, we've got stars in our team now, like Maxi, Track, all the older boys, and the next crop of boys coming through there. They're all going to, you know, take this club to the next big thing.
You talk about family a lot and how important they are to you. What does this type of deal mean for Ardu and Bellany, your new family?
Well, yeah, as I said, you know, the club's done a lot in making them feel comfortable, and I feel like now, me, as a little kid, I just wanted to play one AFL game, and now, you know, I got Bellany and Ardu, and yeah, it's life-changing. Being able to be in the AFL for so long, and yeah, I get to really, I guess, set myself up, set my family up. It all comes back to Bellany, everything's for her.
She's bloody cute, so fair enough.
Thank you.
One important person that you have a deep connection with at the club is Wheels, Matthew Whelan, our Indigenous Projects Officer. Have you leaned on him much in these past, you know, few months when you've been making such a big decision? How's that connection been with him?
Yeah, well, Uncle Wheels is always there. I don't think he really, you know, wanted to, I guess push me, you know, where he wanted me to go. He sort of just let me make the decision for myself and my family. I think he understands what it's like to be homesick, coming from Darwin. yeah, I think he just kind of just let me just do my own thing and come to a decision myself.
And as a whole, what's he been like as a person since you first arrived here? Because he's been here for a long time.
Yeah, well, he's been here since I've come, and yeah, it's been very important. Like, you know, he's the main reason why I guess I do feel comfortable in this space. He makes sure a lot of the, you know, families and all that feel safe, feel comfortable. I think he lets the club know what helps out as well. So he's definitely a big reason.
Mentioning, you know, that little boy in recruiting.
Yep.
I can imagine there's probably a moment where you think back to Alice Springs a few weeks ago, where you're with lots of people in community and young kids looking up to you saying, "You're my idol." Is there a moment where you think back to those kids and think, "Oh gosh, like I hope I get to keep connecting with them and putting a good foot forward"?
Yeah, definitely. You know, well, as a little kid, we didn't really get too much AFL players back to quoting, and I think we had like 2. But I've always had my Uncle Byron to look up to. And I think just being around him and always, you know, going into football environments, whether it was at Port Adelaide, used to come here when I was younger. Yeah, I've always, you know, had a dream to play AFL, but I just hope that, you know, I can inspire by going back to Alice Springs, and even just going back home, inspire other little kids, you know, to make it to the AFL. I come from nothing, so yeah, it'll be very good if I can, you know, definitely help 2 or 3 little kids get to the AFL.
I'm sure you definitely have already. Now, just lastly, 2034, it's such a big time away, but what are you hoping now in the near future? What are you and the group hoping to do with the rest of the season?
Yeah, you know, we just want to get better as a team, to be honest. You know, we want the fans to be confident in us. We want all the supporters to, you know, support us, keep showing up. You know, we just want to win as well. So as long as we can keep winning games and, you know, keep, I guess, being a top side, I think that's the main important thing, just to keep competing, and I think it'll get us a long way in the future.
Thanks for watching, D's fans. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe right here.